What's going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 48 of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. And in this episode we are firstly going to be going into this episode looking at the monthly scouting update. Nothing new from our scout this month, although I can't really complain as the scouts really found two world-class players already that can grow into such talents. One of them being Gerard Hughes and the other one of course being Frank Doyle, and they're going to be great future stars when they do come to it. And it's the same with Shaquille Hunter. He just needs a bit more growing time and he'll be perfect for the first team. And we're going into a squad report here. Robert Lainton, a goalkeeper, for the first time in any of my career modes has grown in an overall. I was so shocked, but at the same time I was very happy. Lots of growth in the squad, everyone's very happy, and that's really what you want, because if everyone's very happy they're going to grow very fast. It's as simple as that. And of course Matt Gill, of course, retiring at the end of the season, which is a shame to see. And Billy Bingham, I'll be looking to shift him on next year because he doesn't look like the most solid of players. But look at that, Frank Doyle up 62 overall, +5 ratings. That is absolutely ridiculous. I think two of our youth players have done that this season, which is pretty good. And most players in this squad report have gone up by +2 or +3, which is great to see. Ellis Harrison going up by +4 as well. Not quite a starter yet, but still, he's a great solid left mid and he'll be really, really good in the future. Joe Widdowson up by +4. He's the biggest surprise of this series so far. And Gerard Hughes up by +3. Thought he would have grown a bit more considering he has the potential to be special, but I'm not going to complain. He'll probably grow quite a lot next season, and I'm hoping that I can use Tom Lockyer next season, because I have actually looked on Foothead and found out that his potential is 70, so that is pretty decent. I may play him in a few games, but look at this, Shaquille Hunter up by +5 to 60 overall. That was the biggest shot. Look at those stats, +6 in almost every single category in his technical stats and also his physical stats. He's doing very well. And of course Connor Guff, he is unhappy. He hasn't played a game this season, and why would he? I mean, we've got such a solid keeper in Robert Lainton, and of course we've got Sebastian Vieira that's going to be on the way very, very soon. Our pre-contract signing. He's going to be a fantastic backup keeper in the Championship, and he's got some experience in him as well, being the fact that he's 32 years old. But a downside to that is he's probably not going to grow that much. But anyway, we're going into this first game of the episode against Bradford City. Quite a solid side, but not that solid anymore now that they've lost Nahki Wells to West Ham, I think it is actually, and he did request to leave, which was very, very interesting because they were promotion contenders, I guess you could say. And thanks to Nahki Wells leaving, they're really not having a good time at the moment. I think they're sitting about 8th or 9th. So that is really, really under expectations, I guess. They were expecting a lot higher than that. And we really did go hard on them in this game. Scoring in just the second minute of this game with none other than Emile Sinclair, getting his 17th Football League 1 goal this season. He's done absolute work whilst Ryan Brunt has played alongside him. He's got so many assists and all of that, and it's just great to see that these players are just scoring so many goals and assisting each other as well. They are just going ham in this division, and it's just very hard to stop them at the moment. And you can see there the goalkeeper tried to dive for it, but the shot is just too powerful. The players are just in too much of a good form. They're just all having a purple patch, to be honest. Our whole team is having a purple patch. And it seems like nothing is going to stop us in winning this league title. And that is, of course, what we want. We want to get the league title. We want those extra funds. We want to progress into the Championship. And it looks very much so that we are going to be doing that at this late stage in the season. But we do get another chance here. Adam Reed gets played through by Gerard Hughes, sorry. And he tucks that away very nicely. For a player with 48 finishing, that is a pretty good finish. Look at this. From outside of the box, he bangs that one into the back of the net. No chance for the keeper. Adam Reed is such a solid player, and he's so versatile as well. He can play at left back, centre mid. He's just an all-round quality player, and I'm so glad I picked him up. Not so glad I picked up Billy Bingham, though. I really wish I didn't have gone for him. Although he is very good at passing, that's it. He can't do anything else. He can't adapt his game. He can't finish. He can't cross. He can't do anything else. All he's good for is those chip through balls. That is as simple as that. He's not good for anything else. But you can see here they get a very good chance. Bradford City in the game. Really nice weighted volley there. But Robert Lainton with a big boy save there. Making sure they don't get back into the game in the 22nd minute. But they do pick up a corner. And from that corner they don't really get a chance because John Joe O'Toole is there with his big head, and he is so good at heading the ball away from those corners. He is an absolute god, and how Gerard Hughes missed an open goal from there, I do not know, but it didn't really matter. We were 2-0 up in this game. We were so dominant, but still, that is a Torres miss, to be honest. No offence to any Chelsea fans, but that is a real Torres miss there. And we do go into the 31st minute here. Great passing play and a great finish from none other than Michael Smith. What's he doing up the pitch? But he does manage to finish despite the fact that he's got poor finishing. He scored quite a few goals for me. I think he scored about 4 or 5 from that right back position. He certainly likes to push up the field, and he's one of my favourite fullbacks alongside Joe Widdowson. They are a great partnership in the fullback position, and that was just really it, to be honest. They were not getting back into the game, and Ryan Brunt just steals the ball off of the defender, trying to do some clever work at the back. I don't know if they just gave up the CPU. I don't even know if that's possible for them to have given up, but they were just passing it round the back, just being clumsy with the ball, and they do pay for it because Gary Kenneth, his big bald head, he gets on that and he scores to make it 4-0. This is turning into an absolute emphatic victory here, and we are just going more and more and more, scoring more and more goals. We are just doing great work against Bradford City, making them look as if they weren't really in the game, but they were actually in the game quite a lot. We were just catching them out on the counter-attack. And once again, a really good through ball from Adam Reed, but it can't quite get to Ryan Brunt. But anyway, we pass it back down to John Joe O'Toole. He has a shot and he smashes it. The goalkeeper shouldn't have come out there. He should have probably stayed on his line, and he would have saved that shot. But John Joe O'Toole getting on the score sheet, really powerful shot. And he's a great solid central midfielder. He's a good holding midfielder. And that does mean that we do win the game 5-0. What an emphatic victory. But surprisingly, Ryan Brunt not getting on the score sheet there, despite the fact that he is on about 30 goals this season. He is on another planet, basically. He's scoring goals here and there. He's just getting on the score sheet pretty much every game. Apart from this one, despite the fact that we did have 10 shots on target, he couldn't quite get on the score sheet. Did miss a few chances to get himself on the score sheet, but couldn't quite do that. And in the end, we do win the game 5-0, which is, of course, very good for us. And very good for the team morale as well. And Hughes, you can see that he's delighted with the opportunities he's getting at Bristol Rovers. And why wouldn't he be? I mean, he's playing in pretty much every game. He's a starter, basically. In every game that I can, I will start him. And you can see that we're going into this game simming it against Tranmere Rovers. And I was playing a pretty weak side, but I do sim it. And we do win the game 2-1. Very good there from Max Clayson, getting 2 goals. Although he's been very foreshadowed this season by the fact that Ryan Brunt and Emile Sinclair, they've just been on a goal-scoring frenzy. It's as simple as that. And you can see, once again, I put Max Clayson on the bench. Despite the fact he's got way higher potential than Emile Sinclair, he's still growing on the bench, so unless he stops growing, I have no reason to put him in the first team at the moment, because the strike partnership of Brunt and Sinclair is just unstoppable, and I'm going to keep that there all the way till the end of the season because I want to get them as much goals as possible. So if one of them does leave the club, I'm not selling Ryan Brunt, but if Emile Sinclair does decide to leave the club, then I will hopefully get a big offer in for him, because I think he's the top assister as well as one of the top goal scorers, which is incredible for a striker. That's really good for him. And into this game against Brentford, it was a very dead game, to be honest. No chances whatsoever. At half-time, I think there was only one shot, and this was the shot from us, and it was a very poor miss there from Tom Parks, I think that is. Should have really tucked that into the back of the net, but he is a centre-back. What can I say? He's not really going to finish that every day of the week, and we do go into the second half with a very good chance here. Emile Sinclair playing through Frank Doyle. He's not got enough pace, so I just have a shot, and the goalkeeper makes a great save. He's made quite a few good saves into the second half, and I didn't show all of the opportunities that I did have because they just weren't worth showing, to be honest. This was the best chance, but we can't quite score there and put it into the back of the net. to make it 1-0, and that was very unfortunate because that was one of the best chances, and the game, well, I'm going to give it away here. The game does end 0-0, but still, it was a very, very tight game, and you can see here Michael Smith having a shot, scored in the last game, but couldn't quite score in this game. That was very unlucky from Michael Smith. Could have got his second goal in 2 games. That would have been great for the right back, and he's done very well for us, for sure. He's probably the best fullback of the season, and yeah, I'll be looking to give him a contract extension once I'm in the Championship. And that does end the episode off there with a draw at Brentford, so that's not too bad. And we do pick up 1 point, although we probably should have picked up all 3 points. But anyway, we do come away with a draw, which is pretty good if you ask me. And that still means that we're at the top of the table by a mile. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode, and want more career mode from me, please like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. If we can hit 30 plus likes on this episode, I'll upload another episode of career mode tomorrow. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for another episode. Thanks for watching.